Hey everyone, Andrew Morgan here from Right Up Boom, and I am here with the awesome Chris Brenton, and we're going to be talking about the tech track at Right Up Boom, and specifically network threat hunting, the course Chris is going to be teaching. Chris, a little bit about your background. I just wanted to say, I learned about you through John Strand. You are one of 6 current and or former SANS instructors that are going to be teaching, and it's going to be awesome that we have someone with your caliber and background. And in learning about you through John Strand, I think he sometimes refers to you a little bit as his mentor, but I think that might have come from him taking a SANS course with you many years ago.
Yeah, a little over 20 years ago. Yeah, I've been at this long enough that my first tech job involved copying the host file once a week because DNS didn't exist yet. And I've been into cybersecurity since the 90s. So yeah, I've been at this for a little while.
Just a little while, Chris.
Just a little while.
You look really young. So, Chris, set the stage. You're an entrepreneur. You also give back a tremendous amount. That's one of your core principles.
Oh, community is everything, man. Yeah.
So if you could just give a quick background on who you are, and then I want to ask about this network threat hunting course, because that threat hunting isn't something typically MSPs do in mass, and it might sound intimidating. I want to demystify that and why, if you're a technical resource of an MSP, you're definitely going to want to be here for this. So a little bit about yourself, Chris.
Sure. So a little bit about me. Like I said, been doing this forever. Taught for SANS for a while, taught for the Cloud Security Alliance for a while. I teach for Anti-Siphon today. I run Active Countermeasures, which is a threat hunting software company. Been involved in a little bit of everything over the years too. Some of the PCI specifications, I don't know, I tend to forget it all. So yeah, like I said, been at this for a while. And the latest thing for me is threat hunting, mostly because it's new. And Andrew, you kind of mentioned, why should MSPs care? Billable hours. When you look at like pen testing or log review, I mean, that's stuff we've been doing for 20, 25 years. It's hard to charge a premium to customers for that. Threat hunting, oh, this is new. Not too many people offer that as a service. It's not uncommon to be able to bill anywhere from $500 to $800 an hour for this type of service. So to be able to know how to do it and know how to do it in a way that's least obtrusive to the customer, it is super important. I teach network threat hunting, and what I like about the network is that it's equal opportunity. By that, I mean that you can check out workstations, servers, industrial Internet of Things devices, printers, BYOD devices, you name it. You can go in and do an effective threat hunt to see if that system's in a compromised state. You don't have to go in and try and install a bunch of agents or anything along those lines. There's a lot of blue teams out there that get dispatched anytime something gets compromised. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll go in, plug into the network, and just see, is there any behavioral characteristics that are indicative of a system being compromised? So what we're going to be doing in the workshop is a lot of hands-on. I hate slides, and I hate slides because I'm a person that learns by doing. So I will give you slides, and the slides will be all the notes you won't have to actually take while you're doing the hands-on stuff, because I hate being distracted. But we're going to do a lot of hands-on labs as far as, okay, where do we collect this network telemetry? What's the first thing we need to go through and do with it? How do we go through and parse it to see which systems might be compromised, which ones might not be? Then how do we switch over to maybe more of a forensics process to say, okay, this system looks suspicious. Can I actually identify that there may actually be some command and control taking place here? It's a lot to squeeze in for an hour and a half. But what I plan on doing is coming up with 3, maybe 4. I might do a take home, and then we'll kind of cover it after the event. But I want to go through a number of different scenarios and just walk folks through what is that entire process to make sure you can identify when things get whacked. In other words, the conference is all about Right or Boom, and the class is all about Right or the Boom as well.
Awesome. Chris, really appreciate you showing up and telling folks about the course. Can't wait to have you teaching this to a bunch of MSPs in Las Vegas in February.